Hey, hello friend, and welcome back once again to Strategic Command World War II, World at War. We're in the final stages, but before we start, I want to give a quick shout out to the Patreon supporter for this episode, which is Poomnoral. Anyway, yeah, I already said a couple of episodes ago that it would be the last episode, and it wasn't. So let's continue here. So the first thing that's a problem is the Allies destroyed that unit. So now I'm basically now I have to get out of here. So unfortunately, I think they can hold Mandalay at least for a turn. Yeah. Not that I have much choice in any of that, but anyway, at least now I can get a unit or a second unit right next to Kunming, which hopefully will then allow me to take it. So yeah, that problem here. Well, I need to hold that. That's basically what's going on there. Anyway, they did put a unit in there, surprisingly enough. And unsurprisingly, that unit is very strong. So, if you ask me, I would even have to put another unit in here to prevent them from exploiting that, say, breakout. I don't really need to do a whole lot else here. More engineers. And a garrison. That is mighty kind. Let's actually upgrade these guys with infantry weapons level 1, since they are going to try and hold Rome. Yeah, garrison units are going to try and hold Rome there. I am very much aware that that does not look particularly good. Nor does it look good for these guys. Not in the slightest, actually. Nope. Okay. Why would I spend points on that? Let's just reinforce you. It's probably the best thing I can do for them at this point anyway. Alright, I need to move you on there, and then actually I hope they cannot get around the Africa Corps. Which they might not. Everything else is pretty much looking fine there. Even give these guys elite reinforcements, which is definitely what I wanted to do. Even if I wanted to operate these guys, I just couldn't. So there's no way of getting them out. But if I were to be able to operate them, I would be able to get them all the way back to Germany. But it's a rather useless exercise then. Think about that. Anyway, I need to retreat down there. Most of these guys will be holding quite fine. Not all of them. I'm sure, but like they can move in down there. Okay. Well, I'm probably better off having the army here than anywhere else. I should probably also switch up these and move them into Hanover. If one thing that I could do is give up my positions there, and that's probably a good idea because it shortens my lines and that allows me to have a straight line from there that gives them these 2 hexes. That's okay. They're likely destroying more, but I cannot bet on what they might be able to get rid of, basically. Well, yeah, I get to make these into advanced fighters level 3, so let's do that. Okay, it doesn't actually matter anymore. If I can deal some form of damage, potentially, using these planes might still be worth it, because I have no other use for them anyway. Even if I'm taking huge losses, potentially, can't even destroy the plane. Pretty sad. Ah, too bad. Interceptors are back. Got it. The 1 damage. Alright, let's attach a few more guys here. Because that might actually be useful. This is probably my weakest link right now. Oh man, you guys are also cut off. That's really bad. That's really bad. Alright, let's move away from Narvik and on towards those mines, because come on. I desperately need those. I would be surprised if I can operate them. Oh, no, not, I mean transport them down. But if I can, yes, they might be of some use. And if they want to land in Kristiansand, they go ahead. I don't need that anymore, so. I think I took care of Japan too. Yes, I did, kinda. Purchase. And as for the Italians, they might Let's go for the motorboat. All right. Sweet. That's a lot of raiding that they're doing. They're taking their sweet time. Wonder where their landing units are. Even if they... Well, they are likely to destroy that unit. No garrison units are safe. Who would have thought that the biggest threat would come from North Italy and not South? Well, it was actually reasonably predictable with the way things were going. Oh, that's not good. If they beat that unit there, I have nothing to replace it with. Although, if they break through to Berlin, I also have nothing to replace anything with. Well, we'll see how things go. As I said, it for them to be forced to move like that also does mean that their attack is going to be diminished. If they're hell-bent on taking certain areas... Okay. Well, we already knew that was going to be a weak point, but with all the units around it now no longer being able to attack, I might once again be able to retreat back a little bit. I need to move into Cluj as well. They are moving in there. That cannot be good for their supply. Alright, they're now along the full range of the Oder. And they still haven't retaken Amsterdam. There we go. Wow. Huh. That's rough. Oh. That anti-tank is not going to do a whole lot. Pretty good movement. Yeah, attacking the tanks there from behind there is not the most efficient. That sucks. That really puts those Italians in jeopardy. Ah, there we go. Goodbye oil. Still, if that's it, that means that I survived yet another turn. The Russians do seem exceptionally close to attacking the Japanese too now. And they are ready for their Oder offensive. I have absolutely nothing in Manchuria that can potentially help, so... Maybe... Nah, I don't think it's time to move out of Turkey yet. I was thinking like, well, maybe that would be a good idea, but I cannot imagine that to be so. These units have that front so nicely wrapped up. It cost me almost 0 MPP. That I cannot imagine taking off any units there. That cannot be right. Soviet morale is boosted by Allied forces in Italy. Fair enough. And they declared war on Japan. Spanish partisans rise against the Allies. Freedom Action of Bavaria launch a rising against the Axis.
This
Alice.
is London calling. Here is a news flash. The German radio has just announced that Hitler is dead. I repeat that. The German radio has just announced that Hitler is dead.
Oh. What? Okay. What, seriously? Irish Prime Minister de Valera expresses his condolences at the German embassy. What? So Hitler just died? He's just dead? That's it? Okay. I guess we're free to make a surrender now. We can surrender, guys. Hitler is dead. No? Okay. All right. Let's start here. So actually, let's try to hold out there for a little bit longer. They are now actually dropping in supply, so that is actually worth it. Let's get them out of there and keep some kind of defense here. That just seems to be the best way to go at this point. Let's try to hold the line. Yeah. Wow. Unbelievable, they can't even... Oh, gee. Okay, that is really bad, actually. Because if I cannot defeat those guys, they're basically gonna kill this army now, and they're gonna pour through there. Wow. Well, I did certainly not predict getting my hand kicked by the Chinese around there. I mean, they haven't taken this yet, and their movement is probably rather poor, but I can already, you can see the disaster looming here. 1.5 MPPs. Well, that is not the absolute end of the world, but if they were to retake Wuhan, for example, you can bet that's gonna be a problem. Really, you're not supporting? Sweet. Well, I need this unit dead. And then preferably get in there, although that does now seem exceptionally unlikely. Right, well, it means definitely that I need to focus my air engagements up here as well. I need these guys to stay alive. I'd really hope to be able to get in there. If I did not have to attack with that core, that might have been possible. I should have switched these two and then moved them in there. That would have potentially at least killed that 41st army. Although, with the Russians basically now taking over Manchuria, and me not really having any forces. Oh boy. So even Japan things are falling apart quite rapidly now. I guess probably you would want it like that if they come from this side. No, they would certainly come from down there. Like through here and then move up. That's the most likely thing they would do. Ooh. Brand core. Well, let's go here first. So you guys did a good job. And this army has no supply, so they're suddenly stuck. I guess if they were expecting to take that, that would have been really good for them. But then suddenly they got into trouble. I have no clue why they allowed themselves to get hit like that. But sure. That's fine. It's really dumb, but... Oh, sweet. Let's take over the mine. And... Okay, you're not gonna do a whole lot. Never had partisans before. Yeah, that is great. Okay. Gotcha. Excellent. Okay. Next. This is just so dumb. But what's even worse is that I don't have to force us to do anything about it. What I do have is the ability to move back up in there. You move back into Cluj. Reinforce you. Reinforce you. And this is fine. So they cannot really... Well, they might actually be able to take Constanta, but there's nothing I can do against that anyhow. Let's get you back up to 10. Actually pull back from this a little bit, and here too. Need to give them a little bit of leeway, I think. And yeah, I can't upgrade them, but I can reinforce, so that still works. These guys are just trying to dig in at that point. try to get actual troops at the border, not Volkssturm garrisons. Although, I guess up there that might be necessary. It seems like I still have the capacity to repair my units. And even upgrade some of them. Yeah. Well, that's it, I guess. Get to upgrade some of my planes. Also, infantry weapons for some of these guys. Even elite reinforcements. Well, who would have thought that? 6 strength garrison. And there are still a few units I can do this, so why not? Okay, that's it for you guys. Then the Italians, I can upgrade the engineers. And I'll also give some of these some infantry weapons. Because garrisons are the most powerful tool I have right now. Alright, that is pretty much it for the Italians too, I think. So, alright, let's oh no, I can't. Can I reinforce? Yes, I can. Sweet. March turns into... Oh. The Fatherland Front overthrows the government and Bulgaria joins the Allies. Well, Norwegian partisans disrupt vital resources. Things keep looking worse and worse. Not just by a small margin. Swedish radio reports that Himmler is attempting to negotiate with the Allies. How long do we have to hold out then? Scientists report progress in industrial technology development. Sure. Look, we're we're trying to negotiate. We have to hold on. Come on. If we can make peace. Come on. Then that might actually be a draw then. I hope, maybe. Like... Look, I think we should be able to hold out for one more turn. Come on. And maybe then there will be peace. How long does it have to take to try and negotiate with the Allies? Come on. It's like... Yes, it's a retreat. Okay. Good. I mean, you would think that it would be a draw if we negotiate peace with the Allies. That would pretty much be the final straw. Or that's basically my last out to not get a defeat. That would be my ultimate last chance. Maybe you'll get an event or something where you are allowed to ask for peace with the Allies or something. And they're just like, hey, yeah. We will allow you to make peace for fighting so hard. Only on this difficulty level. Otherwise, you know, that is unfair. Although, I guess for Hitler to die already early 1944 it was? You know, that's... Maybe he was just so embarrassed at the poor performance. Well, perhaps. Oof. So they're gonna take that army for sure this time. They might not actually get across near Berlin. I would expect to still be able to hold out for a turn or two, ultimately. Seems like even my renewed fighter support is not enough to hold them for even a single turn. But it might diminish the damage against some units by a little bit at least. Even if I'm losing 90% of my fighter support, if it helps even like 1 or 2 against damage against ground units, that is, I guess, worth it for these last few turns. As long as Himmler gets through to the Allies, I guess. As long as he gets through. I mean, I'm willing to surrender. Oof. That's harsh. So Stettin is lost. And they'll probably get across the Rhine. Well, they're already across the Rhine in the north, but in the south. I don't see them break past Milan or Genoa this turn, although they will probably make significant gains in Manchuria. The fact that my units are surrounded this turn is just an embarrassment there. Seems like basically my entire front is about to collapse just here and there. And they can 100% put that cavalry in there. Dortmund is gone. Oof. The Ruhr, the last remains of the Ruhr are lost. Aye. Well, there's a reason why I retreated. There was to once again give myself a little bit more time because they need to move, and I already thought that the defenses would not hold like they did not do there, so it's another mine gone. At least these partisans will hold up the allies for a little while longer. Oh wow. Well, I do think my defense around Chungking should hold for now, and I don't think they'll be able to take Hanover this turn, since they already fought hard near Dortmund. And that's pretty much their entire armada spent right now. It does allow me to create a new defensive line there. If necessary. But that would once again be in the next episode. Yeah, so that has me moving those forces which are still left towards Prague as a last resort. If they are to cross there, which is unlikely, that would cause even more problems. Okay. Ouch. Well. Question is whether I need to retreat those German units back towards the north, and that is pretty likely. That would have me give up Romania, but it pretty much seems like Romania is becoming a death trap now if I don't get those units out immediately. Not just that, the Russians just crossed the Oder, so it's not as if I don't need those troops somewhere else. Anyhow. Although, like I said, I can see myself holding out for maybe 2 more turns from where we are right now. And yeah, then we'll see where that puts me. But it seems like most of the fighting is over for now, so that's good. Yep. If they are unable to take Kimi as well, then the units there are in a pretty good position. Either way. And they still take these attrition losses, so that's good. The Dutch East Indies are liberated. Not good. Norwegian partisans disrupt vital resources again, so we're not getting anything through Narvik anymore. We don't have any bombers at Guadalcanal. Come on, guys. Let's just be realistic here. What would be even more realistic is Himmler negotiating peace with the Allies. Right? Peace? Come on. Yeah. I know. Bombers. Only looking for peace. No, I know we can't win, so. More partisans. Italy is in a critical condition with allied forces on her territory. Her national morale is fragile and there is a danger that Mussolini will be overthrown. If this happens, then we need to be ready to secure as much of the country as possible to prevent it falling into the enemy hands. And sure, German units are occupying all key strategic locations in Italy, so that should Italy surrender to the Allies, we will be able to retain possession of as much of the country as possible. The Ninghai cruiser that was originally a flagship in the Navy of the Republic of China is not currently fit for service, but it could be equipped and fitted out for active operations so as to be ready for service in Tokyo Harbor on the 1st of August 1944 at a cost of 200 MPPs. No, no thanks. Oof, no, no peace. Okay. That's not good. I don't even think I have the strength to push them back. 18th Army is still gonna take a long time too. Oh boy. I might be able to retake Breslau, but I'm not gonna be able to hold it with anything pretty much. Well, I'm once again gonna end the video here. There has not been that much progress, even for the Allies though, but it's clear the end is near once again, so yeah. Thanks for watching everyone, and hope you enjoyed it. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters: Boom Around, Tilly's Fan 555, Mandingo, Tomislav Trin, Swords, C Data, Thomas B. Marshall, and Dungeon Pastor. Thanks for watching everyone, take care, and bye bye. Wonder if we'll get an end on the Elbe. Who knows? They haven't touched each other yet, or at least the Allies haven't met the Russians yet. So there's still quite a distance between them, like 5 hexes. They can go from east to west in like almost one turn now. Yep, they can go from east to west in one turn. All right, bye bye.